me again. Hey, me again. So I had to look back to my original lesson. I forgot to write down that that was 99 degrees. So let's pick up where I left off. Typical Mrs. Ludwig. Okay, so these two go together because they're across from each other. The 10 and the C, angle C. Now that angle 99 is in there, they're across from each other. So that means it's going to be 21. I like to put the side in the top, divided by the sine of 99. So if anyone's thinking to themselves, well, can I do 10 in the bottom and sine C in the top, and 21 in the bottom and sine 99 in the top? Absolutely. Just make sure you stay consistent, that everything is together. Like the signs are in the bottom, the signs are in the top. The numbers are in the bottom, the numbers are in the top, however. So now we cross multiply. So this is going to be 21 times the sine of angle C equals 10 times the sine of 99. Divide by 21. Because if you're noticing, what's happening is you're solving for an angle. So you're going to get, in the calculator, alpha y equals 10 times the sine of 99 divided by 21. And that gives 0.47 blah, blah, blah. 0.47 dot, dot, dot. So then in order to find the angle measure, you hit second sine and then second negative sign. And that types in the whole answer, so you don't have to type in 0.4703, etc. So to the nearest integer would be the nearest whole number, so 28. So angle C is 28 degrees. So finding angles is an extra step. You have to hit the second button, as you guys know, because you've done a lot of work with trig equations. All right. So now we have to draw our own triangle. In triangle ABC, side B is 4. So I'm sorry. I'm drawing it out now. I have a tendency of always drawing my angles starting at the bottom left. So side B is 4, and I know it's a side because it's a lowercase b. Now here's the thing. Sine of angle B is a half. So the sine of angle B is a half. That's very helpful. You're going to have less work here. And the sine of angle C is 3/4. Okay, so what that means is you have less work in the sense of you're just substituting in the 1/2 and the 3/4. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, let's do this. So it says find C, and that's lowercase c, so that means we're looking for the side. So you use the sides that match up, the pieces that match up that are across from each other. What I mean is these guys match up. So it's, if you remember, I'm just going to write it down. Side B across from sine of angle B. And it's going to be side C across from the sine of angle C, capital. So what I'm talking about is this. Side B is 4, right? We were told the sine of angle B is a half, so I'm just plugging in 1/2. I'm not doing the whole business like this up here, sine of 99, the given angle. So now the function's gone. There's no more words in the problem. Then it's divided by side C, which is what we're solving for, over the sine of angle C, which we were told was 3/4. So this is so much better. It's less work. So you cross multiply, and you get 1/2 C equals 4 times 3/4. So 1/2 C equals 3. Divide by 1/2. C is 6. Okay. And the last one is a word problem. So we're only doing select problems. I'm so sorry. I actually failed to say that we're on number 5. So we did numbers 1, 2, we jumped to 5, and now we're going to finish at 6. Make sure you finish the entire lesson, write down the notes, copy them down from the answer key posted online, or if you feel confident with this, just do the homework. Okay, so I've come prepared because I know this is not going to be enough space, using a fancy Nancy coloring book. On the playground, the 10-foot ladder to the top of the slide makes an angle of 48 degrees with the ground. The slide makes an angle of 32 degrees with the ground. What is the distance from the foot of the ladder to the foot of the slide to the nearest 10th? All right, so let's do this. 10-foot ladder to the top of the slide. So here's the ladder. To the top of the slide makes an angle of 48 degrees with the ground. The slide makes an angle of 32 degrees with the ground. So here's this. Here's the slide, right? Remember when you were a kid? Here's the ground, the grass. Angle of 48, the 10-foot ladder makes the 48 degrees with the ground. The slide makes an angle of 32 degrees with the ground. Yeah, not so drawn to scale, Mrs. Ludwig. What is the distance from the foot of the ladder to the foot of the slide to the nearest 10th? Okay, so the ground is X. So we have no A, B, and C. It's just a problem to solve out. So if you would, please notice we have a pair here. This goes together, right? They're across from each other. So we have 10 divided by the sine of 32. But the 48 isn't across from anything we know. Do not assume that's 90 degrees, even though my terrible picture looks like it. And this side, which we need to find, that's the goal, is not across from an angle. But oh wait, Mrs. Ludwig, we know 2 angles of the triangle, right? So the 3 angles of a triangle have to add up to 180. So we're just going to add the 48 and 32, and that will give me 80. And then we know that it's supposed to add up to 180, so that has to be 100. So then I'm going to fill in sine of 100. Okie dokie. Cross multiply it out. So it's x times the sine of 32 equals 10 times the sine of 100. You want to solve for x, so you divide by the sine of 32. Okay, so in the calculator, you're going to go to alpha y equals, so you get a nice fraction, 10 times the sine of 100 divided by the sine of 32. So this is what I typed in my calculator, that right there. And I get 18.5 degrees. I'm supposed to round to the nearest 10th, so 18.6 feet. Yep, feet. Okay, so that was tons of fun, huh? Something I want to bring to your attention is, I don't know if anyone's realized it, but the largest angle is always across from the longest side. I don't know if anyone's realized that or if it's something you've remembered. The shortest side is across from the smallest angle, etc., etc. Can we talk about how much I miss you? I really do. I miss seeing your faces. I really hope that you're having a good day. I hope that you're getting outside when it's nice and sunny and letting your face soak up some vitamin D, of course with sunscreen. And, you know, just have a good day. Enjoy the love signs. I know that's a tough order. Have a good day, everyone. Miss you. Be well. Bye.